everybody, and welcome to Partner News Live. Here with me, as always, is my favorite co-presenter, Shelly Stapp. Hey, Shelly, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing just great. Now, for once in my life, I'm going to remember to talk about our sponsors. Would you like to tell everybody who are our sponsors and what can they do for our partners?
Yes, definitely. So, Neil, our sponsors are Team Texas,
Mhm.
based very close to Dallas Fort Worth Airport. Team Texas will arrange an amazing day out for you, your staff, or your business customers or prospects. So, David Starr is very knowledgeable of all the Verizon products and services and is the best spokesperson you could ever wish for. He and his co owner, Kim, his lovely wife, will create an event tailored specifically to your needs and wishes. And as a Connect Us partner, they will give you a special price and a fantastic service.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, and of course, we love them to bits, and we've been working with them for years. And they know Verizon solutions inside out. So they're fantastic. And just having a regular conversation and slipping it in there. So a good opportunity for you to use their abilities to help reinforce your sales efforts with prospects or even existing customers and upsell, cross sell. Okay, then. So I believe, Shelley, you've got three offers to tell us about it this week.
Yes. And so, Neil, the first offer I would like to highlight today is the Business Internet Fast Start offer. Your new and existing business customers can get free VBIS Verizon Business Internet Security Plus for 3 months with new lines on select business internet, LTE, and 5G plans. The discount is $10 per month for 3 months, bringing the cost down to zero for these months. Ask your favorite channel manager for more details or click on the link in your mail chip email from Connect Us. Next up, Neil, is a $200 laptop BYOD BIC. When your business customers sign up for a Business Unlimited Pro laptop plan, your business customers can bring their own laptop and receive a $200 discount. They'll receive a $200 BIC that will be paid out to $10 a month for 20 months. New line, add a line, and port in are all eligible. Ask your favorite Connect Us channel manager for more details. Next is a special offer for the Business Internet Backup Plan. This is one where the wireless router is in your business customer's premises as a failover solution. The two plans are backup and flexible use internet, 3 gigabytes 5G plan, 62853. That's 62853. Backup and flexible use internet 3 gigabytes LTE plan is 62854. 62854. The $350 router is free and your business customers keeps the business internet backup plan for at least 3 years. Hey Neil, is it now a good time to tell everyone about channel partners?
I think that's a wonderful idea, Shelley, and no one is going to guess that we pre-planned it this way.
No, of course not.
So, Shelley, what are we looking at here?
Well, I believe we're looking at the Channel Partners Conference and Expo, and I think I know the gentleman in this image.
Yeah,
So
such a
it's
handsome man, such a handsome man.
Rick, aka my brother. Yes, and I know everyone's getting very excited about this event.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Can you tell? I noticed down at the bottom it reminds us to use promo code Connect us all capitals for your free ticket. So actually, I'm thinking maybe next time will you remind me, please? Let's actually go through how someone would register and get that free ticket. And most folk will remember from previous years, but it's really important to get the right page. It's really important to describe your company in a particular way to get it discounted in the first place and also to be eligible for the free ticket. And then to cap it all, one has to remember to type it in Connect Us in all capitals. So let's cover that in detail next time, shall we, Shelley?
Okay. So, Neil, what are we looking at here?
This is an absolutely beautiful slide. You can tell that someone's taken a lot of time to put this slide together. No, we haven't prepared slides yet, but of course we thought let's just give everybody a preview of what's coming up real soon. Okay, so that's only fair. But let's start off in the middle here. This is a plan view of the carpet, okay, that we pay a stupid amount of money to rent. So it's 30 feet by 30 feet. And then we have a little extension. Long story, I believe here, actually, there's the pillar. I believe that the pillar sits here, so the carpets are separated. So this is 30 feet by 30 feet, and this is 10 feet by 30 feet. But for all intents and purposes, is one complete carpet with a pillar right in the middle, you know? And one of the things that really excites me this year is we get six of these, and you can see our six sponsors who are joining us. And each of these represent this, or alternatively, this. It's the same thing. So, what we thought to ourselves when we were starting to think about this, actually, 9, 10 months ago, was how can we get enough tables, meeting places, pods, if you like, into it, but make it cozy? And how can we introduce a NASCAR theme as well, Shelley? Because of course the regular tables that we rent when we go to this show, they're kind of big and they weren't really very, very suitable. So we went to David Starr and said, look, David, you have got, because we've seen them, you've got all of these used NASCAR tires that you've used on your vehicles. How would you feel about bolting four together, because they're all made nice and safe, nice and heavy, so they'll sit on the ground without falling over? Stick something on the top that sticks out a little bit so that people can put their knees underneath, and we'll just rent bar stools to go with them, and we'll have this NASCAR theme. And so I think this is the first and second mock up, but he's making six of these for us. And to make it even more exciting, here is an idea from Ginny, and this is a little bit smaller than it looks here. This is a stand that would go on top of each of the tables to identify them as Kings 3, CSG, adaptive networks, and so on. But this is an actual real piston. This is a real piston. Yeah, with a little stand just there. And of course, there'll be some kind of ad on each of these six tables. So I'm excited. For those of you who've been here before, the banner will change somewhat, but this is the gigantic banner that hangs from the ceiling above our booth. So it'll be hanging somewhere about here. And as people come in the main door, and essentially it's right in their face, they can't miss it. So they're going to come to our booth immediately, one would think. And I should point out as well, Shelley, as in previous years, we are not in the expo proper, because the expo proper is only open for 2 hours, 6 hours, and 3 hours on 3 days, whereas we'll be open for 3.5 days from essentially breakfast time until the evening. And on the half day, which is the last day, we'll be open until noon. This is what we call a feather banner. It's a pop up banner which is typically about 5 feet high. And here are six of them: one, two, three, four, five, six. And they will have each of the sponsors' logos on them. So making it, brightening up the booth and identifying each of the sponsors for the prospects who are walking through. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with the banner, the concertina banner, because heights have to be limited in this particular area. But, watch this space. And then over here, of course, we've got the full size. We're bringing it back. I believe ConectUS car is being repainted this year. I don't know the colors at the moment, but I'm looking forward to seeing a rendering of that, Shelley.
Yes. I have something to add about the car.
You, please, please.
It's a new NASCAR design this year. It is all chrome.
Whoa.
Yes.
Wow. I cannot wait to see that. I really cannot.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
Fantastic. Then over here, we're going to have some games. I don't know what these games will be, but they'll be sort of old fashioned, church fate or fairground, non electronic games. And then, of course, Some of you may remember last year we had a driving simulator, which was extremely popular with the wraparound screens and the real accelerator pedal, etc. You know, we've got two this year, two driving simulators because they were so popular. And of course, we've assigned this area for people to meet, stand, maybe have photographs, probably of people wishing to stand in front of the NASCAR and be photographed with it.
Well, and I do know that we'll be, every 2 weeks when we have our webcast for, Partners Use Live, that we will be sharing more and more about the event for the expo, and so we just want everyone to know that it's coming up. We're very excited about it. We'll have some more images, some more information. I'll see if I can find out what, behind the scenes, so that you can really be excited about coming. I mean, it's just a great, when you look at that picture of that banner, it looks really tiny. It's not. That glass house is wonderful. I mean, for you, like you said, for you to bring in, you have a prospect. If you have to leave and you have to go somewhere to eat, that prospect might say, oh, well, we'll talk about it another time. But if you're already there, and you can meet somewhere and that's about those are better odds.
We're still we are hang on, I need to get the signal. Yeah, we're ready for RJ RJ Fenolio from IBM MaaS360 is waiting to talk with us. Let's go over and have a conversation with him, and I'll see you back here maybe in about 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, Shelley?
Okay, sounds great.
So, everyone, as promised, I've got RJ Fenolio here from IBM to talk about MaaS360. RJ, welcome.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
So happy to have you. So listen, we've got a few new folks with us watching today. Would you just give us an overview of just what is endpoint management and in particular MaaS 360?
Yeah, for sure. It's a great question. And I think a lot of people understand it, but a lot of people still don't. And obviously, we fall in the security realm of things. And what we do is we're a full unified endpoint management. And what does that mean? We actually manage a wireless endpoint, whether that's a smartphone, a tablet, a laptop, or desktop. And in addition to that, what Mass 360 done is we've also thrown on top of that what we refer to as MTD, which is mobile threat defense. So you hear a lot of acronyms here, but we have the UEM combined with the MTD, so we're managing the endpoint, but also able to manage the traffic on someone's mobile device. And in today's world, a lot of people actually will manage inside their four walls being a computer, correct? You buy $1,000, $2,000 computer, we put some type of security on that, everyone feels good about it. But in today's world, most people today are very vulnerable utilizing a mobile device today. And
Mm,
what I'd like to ask people these days is this a phone that can do computing? Or is this a computer that can make phone calls?
mm,
Folks, at the end of the day, this is $1,000 investment with a computer that can make phone calls because most people are doing 70+% of their work on their mobile device today. So a cyber criminal truly understands vulnerabilities, and customers are most vulnerable on a mobile device instead of within their four walls. And that's why you see so many attacks on the mobile devices today. And what we do is, like I said before, we help prevent that, or we help manage that endpoint and actually secure that traffic from phishing devices or phishing scams, QR scams, man in the middle rogue network type of things. And that's a quick overview of what Mass 360 can do for an organization in their mobile environment.
okay. So my next question, I think, RJ, would be what kind of SMB, small and medium-sized businesses are going to benefit the most from this solution?
I'd like to say all of them. Everyone that's investing in a device, because these are not inexpensive. They're pretty expensive, right? It's an asset for an organization that they're providing to their employees to be more efficient, more productive at the job that they're supposed to be doing. So I wouldn't say that, oh, the guy or business with only 10 devices shouldn't take advantage of this. It should be actually all of them. If you're buying a mobile device and issuing it to an employee, you need to seriously think about actually managing and securing that device. We do not want to say this only works for 25 or more, or 50 or more, or 100 or more. It truly goes down to the actual individual because, as I said before, a cyber criminal doesn't care, and they're going to find out where who's vulnerable and attack you. So I would say it's very broad, and I wouldn't like to limit it to just certain, small
Okay.
businesses or mid market.
Okay, let's talk about the administrative effort though. A lot of our partners, business customers, a little bit worried about having to hire a brand new person whose full-time job is to manage something like this. How's it normally administered in an SMB?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is all web based, right? So someone just has access to, a computer and log into their MaaS 360 portal. And what we do is we try and make it comfortable as a customer as comfortable as possible to be able to utilize the services. All right. We're gonna we're gonna share with them the value of what it's gonna do to help them, but we're also gonna get it deployed for them. MaaS 360 and IBM also has 24 by 7, 365 support,
Yeah.
but we also have dedicated resources from a personal standpoint to actually help these customer get set up. And what we want to do is make sure that customer is set up properly. And a lot of times in the SMB space, sometimes in the lower mid markets, it can be a set it and forget it. You get into a little bit more technical, someone that has some IT advantages or some more IT knowledge that wants to get into the more features and functions, they have the ability to do that. We handhold them to actually walk them through and how to set this up properly so that we can accomplish on what that customer needs so that we know that their devices are secure. So we understand that most small businesses and mid market don't have extra people. They don't have an IT department. They don't have a director of IT. They might outsource it, or it's Bob or Mary that's wearing 20 hats in the organization. As I stated before, we handhold them to make sure they're set up properly and know how to utilize this particular product.
Love it, love it. Let's continue talking about the handholding. During that sort of first few months, the first 90 days ish, what kind of security or operational problems are being solved from the get-go?
I would say the standard right out of the gate is you're able to lock a device, you're able to locate a device, and you're able to wipe a device. Those are the biggest three that people think about. But at the end of the day, we're able to push all sorts of policies out, whether that's only able to push out or certain applications on that device, whitelist and blacklist URLs on that particular device. And the big thing over the past, I would say, 12 to 24 months is being able to protect a device by detecting those things that I referred to earlier as phishing attacks, right? So those were those text or SMS message you receive on from Amazon talking about your package can't get delivered because you have the wrong address. Please click here. We've all received them, and we've probably all ordered from Amazon in the past week that we think it can be legit. Or it's the one from your bank, B of A, or Wells Fargo, or PayPal, or the ones from a toll road, the toll charges, and you might not even drive on toll roads, but you're actually getting these types of messages. A lot of people will fall for it. There's a brand new phishing attack created every 21 seconds. What we're trying to do is help customers be able, customers' devices to be able to get detected of these and then actually remediate so that they don't click on them.
Let's say that one of our partners is having a conversation. Of course, they've always got a choice of 20, 30, 40 different solutions to pitch on this particular meeting, and they're trying to choose, three, four, five to bring up in the time allotted, whether it's on the phone or face to face. Let's say they started talking about MaaS 360 and they've piqued the business owner or specialist interest. What's the next stage? Do you someone that's willing to come on a three-way telephone conversation? What should our business partner do next when they're pitching to that SMB?
That's something we take a lot of pride in the structure that we put together is we're an extension of these reps. We want to go in it together. A lot of these reps that are selling this and bringing up peak interest with the customer also have so many other products and services to sell. We're an expert at MaaS 360. This is what we do. We've got a team of dedicated sellers selling MaaS 360 every day, and that's the only product we sell. So what we like to do is when a partner identifies a customer that's interested in this is to get us involved as early as possible, and we will have a call together with that partner and that customer to walk them through the needs of what they want and to accomplish have an accomplishment of actually hopefully closing that deal together. We'll talk about the needs, we'll talk about the benefits, we'll talk about the value, we'll talk about the pain points and gaps that we're actually identifying and helping that organization with. and then we'll look to actually show a demo if necessary, if that customer wants to see it, of how the portal looks and how they'll actually operate on a day-to-day basis. And we'll close that deal together. And then, as I talked about earlier, we'll help with that deployment that we provide to get that customer up and running.
Just for a moment, let's imagine they're speaking to their first customer and they've only got 2, 3, 4 minutes. What would you recommend they lead with in terms of teasing them? So rather than going through, feature sets like they might have done in the past, what's the functionality? What's the value prop that you would lead with first?
You know what? That's a great question. And the value add or the value prop that we'd like to present is, Mr. and Miss Customer, you're investing a lot in this particular device. We want to make sure that you lay your head down at night and know that that device is actually protected from actually any type of virus, any types of ransomware, any type of a cyber criminal attack on that device. Because remember, this is a mini computer that's making calls. So what we do is we partner with IBM MaaS360 to help protect that actual endpoint, and then we actually help we protect some of the traffic from like a phishing attack or a quishing attack on that particular device. And what we need to do is dive a little bit deeper, that we're all aware of what's going on, so that we can give you an understanding and make you feel comfortable with the purchase that you're having, so that you lay your head down at night and know that your company is protected with the investment you've done by providing these devices to your employees.
I like it. I like it. Here's a question that, well, it would have been left field 2, 3, 4 months ago, but now it's a commonly asked question. How is AI being utilized for Mass 360?
Oh, AI, right? The big question. Everything has AI. I think most people just utilize AI and don't even understand the benefits or the value of it, or they think they can just go on Chat GPT. However, I know it's important. I know it's a big topic. Obviously, IBM was one of the first to actually launch with AI with Watson. We went way back in the day when Watson beat Jeopardy. And probably a lot of you remember that.
I do.
Today, we were probably before our time. It wasn't as big back then. But now it's top of conversation. It's the hot topic on everyone's thing. We have AI incorporated into our product. We have some big releases coming out here at the end of second quarter. Um, a lot from the agentic AI side of the house. What we'll be able to do is have some policy recommendation and summarization of what's going on those particular device. We're having what we call an admin advisor come out. And what that's going to do is be able to assist the administrator that's managing this within that organization on, you know what? Do all of my which of my devices don't have the iOS 26 update? And all you have to do is ask the question, provides the list, and then all you say is, please make sure these are updated. You don't have to go in and do it. Which I want to push out these particular applications. I want to push out this particular app to just these devices. You just type it in and it's going to get pushed out. So you're giving it the action, and it's performing that action of what needs to be done. All right. Also, what's happening too is we're providing, you can have a very descriptive answers to very intentional questions. Maybe it's around healthcare. How do I make sure shared nurses are HIPAA compliant utilizing these devices? And it'll actually spell out what needs to be done and then actually push it out to the devices if you want to take that particular action. So we're taking AI to another level, integrating into the Mass 360 product to actually help our administrators that are managing this within their organizations on a daily basis. What we'd like to do, obviously, is a very high level answer, but show any customer what that looks like and the benefit to them of giving them time back in the day, so they don't need to know. All they need to do is ask the right question. It's very similar as if they went into Chat GPT or Gemini today, ask a descriptive question, and they get a very descriptive answer on what steps need to be done. I I think the thing of what you're looking at is when you're partnering with IBM MaaS 360, you wanna feel comfortable and confident that you have a best in class product. We talked about that a little bit earlier. But you also wanna understand of why we've been able to differentiate ourselves, and that's on the support. All right. We know that there's AI out there. You can utilize the tools. We know that a lot of people like to do things on their own. But folks, especially in the mid market and the SMB space, you want to know that you have someone that you can reach out to and provide that additional support and that additional handholding. That's what Mass 360 has done. We have built our team to be scalable and efficient to actually provide you the necessary resources for your customer to utilize this product in a proper way. and so that they can feel comfortable utilizing it and purchasing it. And we want you as a partner to make sure you feel comfortable knowing that these resources are readily available for you to actually go to market with you. That's where we separate ourselves. A
Mm,
lot of us have very similar functions and features of how we all, you know, manage these devices. We all can get from A to B in a certain way. You go right, I go left, but we get to the same endpoint. But folks, the way that the support is actually there for you, a lot of our competition doesn't have that. And
mm.
that is where people really rely on us and why we've had that success is the support. And I say that's a big differentiator in today's world of knowing you have a partner that can help hold the hand and be extension of you and you feel confident about it.
Fantastic, RJ. You mentioned that at the end of the second quarter in the summertime, you're going to have the admin assistant.
Mhm.
I wonder, would you be willing to come back in the summertime and talk with us some more?
100%.
Ah,
I don't think we wait till we launch. Maybe we do it a month beforehand, so and
please.
everybody. But it's going to be exciting. We're going into what we call private beta mode here next week. So we have a select handful of customers that will actually be utilizing this particular product, working out all the tweaks, and like I said, we'll be ready to go in end of Q2.
Fantastic. RJ Fenolio, thank you for joining us today.
It's been my pleasure.
You take care. All right, Shelley, that was most interesting. I really enjoyed that conversation with RJ. And I'm thinking ahead to next time that Michael Pittman from CSG will be with us, hopefully talking about bots replacement. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that too. So Shelley, will you be with me in 2 weeks' time?
Yes. Sure.
So teased, so teased. I know you will all. I hope you will all join us. Okay, in 2 weeks' time. Look forward to that. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.
Bye bye.